Nityanandam, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Rishi Nitya Shambhavananda, and I'm a proud disciple of His Holiness Paramahamsa Nityananda. I am also an initiated Rishi of the Nityananda Sampradaya. So, I'd like to share with you something that is really beautiful. I just want to highlight something here, something that is so common in our Sangha, so common in our Adheenams. Life around Swamiji is just a whole lot of miracles. Every day is just a miracle. Something or the other happens out of the ordinary all the time. So I'm recalled to one such incident that happened in my life. This was way back in 2006. It was Guru Purnima, and back then I used to live in Chennai, and I was not an Adinavasi. I was just a devotee disciple living in Chennai and going about my business. And I would come every now and then to the Adheenam to volunteer, to participate in programs, and help out in whatever possible way I could. So this was during Guru Purnima. I had come a little ahead of the program to volunteer, to organize various things for the program. And Swamiji, while he was going on his administrative rounds, he came, he saw me, and then he asked me whether my family had come. I said no, the family had not come. So he said, no, please ask them to come. Swamiji wants to see them and bless them. So I told Swamiji, my son is very little and I don't know whether he'll be able to travel. So he said, no, he'll be perfectly fine. Ask him to come. I want to bless him. Bring him along. Tell them to bring him. So I want to bless him. And so I immediately called my wife and asked her to leave to the Adheenam from Bangalore to Bidadi, from Chennai to Bidadi, I'm sorry. And so she immediately said okay, and she got hold of her brother to drive her to the Adheenam. And then there were also a couple of other devotees and a girl who was a caretaker for our child. So all of them got in a car and left for the Adheenam to Bangalore from Chennai. And on the way, a small mishap. There was an accident that they met with, where there was this bullock cart that was coming on the opposite side, on the wrong side of the road, heading right at the car. And to avoid this bullock cart, to avoid going and banging into this bullock cart, my brother-in-law, he kind of swerved the car to avoid this hitting the bullock cart. And in that high speed, when he swerved, the entire car just toppled over, and it was literally upside down. And everyone in the car, when this was happening, they all shouted out to Swamiji saying Nityananda, Nityananda, Nityananda. And immediately there was a car that was following this car. Seeing this accident, they pulled over and immediately came to help. They pulled everyone out of the car. They called for the ambulance. They called for the police. And to the surprise of everyone, there was not a single person who was hurt in this whole accident. There was these people who came forward to help. They were so amazingly courteous. They were so helpful. They did end to end of whatever was required to be done. It was literally as though it was God sent. And not only that, while everyone got out of the car, They were pulled out of the car, and my brother-in-law and one of the devotees, while they were coming out of the car, because all the glasses had shattered, um, at that point they had a few cuts in their skin, and so they had to go for first aid. So two of them were taken to the hospital to get their basic first aid down. The rest of them remained at the accident spot. Now, apparently, in that village is known to be very mischievous and not a very safe place to be. And the people in the village, you know, were supposed to be very horrible kind of people. But amidst them, there was this very neatly dressed, pious-looking person dressed in white with basma and kumkum and everything, and he kept just circling around the car, circling around my wife, the girl who came to take care of my child, and my child also. And there was this one other devotee there, another person who had not been hurt and didn't have to go to the hospital. So there were these three people on the accident site. Somewhere the villagers all gathered around this accident spot, and there was this one guy in the crowd who was asking for this caretaker girl. You know, they were just asking to send her with them, and they would get her food and take care of her and send her back. Indirectly, they were kind of hinting, we want to mess around with her, kind of a thing. And so somehow the devotee who was there on the spot took care of that part, and this person who was there all the time, he was just like a security person who was just trying to keep the whole place secure and safe, so nothing untoward happened. So he kept circling around the car and circling around the devotees of Swamiji. And the moment my brother-in-law and the other devotee had gone to get their dressing done, the moment they came back, this person said, so my job is done, your folks are back, you're absolutely safe now, so it is time for me to go now. So it was so amazing. It was literally Swamiji there, taking care of this whole scenario. It was, everyone felt that person was absolutely there as Swamiji there. His very energy they could feel, and they were just amazed the moment he said my job is over, it was clearly they could all understand it was Swamiji who was there taking care of them right through this whole incident. So the moment all the necessary work in the police and the hospital and all that was over, I updated Swamiji and said this is what it is. And Swamiji said, ask them to right away leave, get hold of another car, a cab, and get to the ashram as quickly as they can. So, but one other thing before I wanted to share here. The other amazing thing in this whole incident is that the car was literally upside down, and the whole roof had collapsed. The roof of the car had collapsed. All the glasses were shattered, and my 3-month-old child was inside of the car amidst all the shattered glass, and there was not a single scratch on him. And the police who had come to see the accident and see the car, it had literally totaled, and they said, if no one had died in this accident or not even hurt or fractured themselves, it is an absolute miracle. And that was it, and it was truly actually a miracle there. There's not a single person who got hurt in that accident. The police could just not believe this, and all of them said, that is the greatness of Swamiji. He's there to protect us right through. And that was one amazing incident in my life. The moment my family and the devotees got to Swamiji, Swamiji immediately called for them, blessed them, and said, when my devotees call out to me, I have to be there for them. There is no two ways about it. I don't even have a choice. It is my responsibility, my duty to be there for them. So I just wanted to tell all of you that, once Swamiji takes responsibility for your lives, he will make sure and he will ensure that nothing wrong goes in your life, and everything becomes auspicious, everything becomes safe and protected. So it is so amazing to have Swamiji in our lives again. As I told you, he's been there right through every moment in our lives. So I'm so happy and I feel so blessed that Swamiji is there in our lives. And I would like to have the same for you. So again, Adheenam chalo, come to our Adheenam. Attend Swamiji's programs, the Inner Awakening, Sadashivoham, Mahasadashivoham. Just take every opportunity that you can to be there with Swamiji. Do not miss it. Do not miss Sadashiva himself, who is in that body. Thank you, and Nityanandam. See you in my next video. Nityanandam.